Hey, welcome to the channel everybody, and I'm back making refrigerator pickles. You know why? Well, because I can. And number two being that we had quite a few views on our refrigerator garlic dill pickles. So I figured let's make some more. And this time let's go ahead and make some refrigerator bread and butter pickles. So stick around, I'm going to show you how. Welcome back, and hey, let's get started on this. What is going to go into our refrigerator bread and butter pickles? We have about 1.5 pounds of some pickling cucumbers here, and I have some onion that I'm going to go ahead and slice up, about 1/2 cup. For the brine, what we're going to do is have 1 cup of white vinegar and 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. I have a mixture of mustard seed and celery seed in here, about 1/2 teaspoon of celery seed and about 1 teaspoon of mustard seed. I have a cup of white sugar, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and I have about 1/8 teaspoon of some turmeric here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and get my cucumbers sliced up, and I have my little crinkle cutter here, so I kind of make them traditional looking. I'm going to slice up my onion. Then we're going to go ahead and take the cucumbers, and I have a 1.5 tablespoons of kosher salt here. And I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle the salt over the cucumbers, put them in the fridge, let them sit for about an hour, hour and a half. And while the cucumbers were sitting in the fridge doing their thing, I'll be making up the brine. So it's going to be a cooked brine, and all I'm going to do is combine all my other ingredients, cook that down until the sugar is dissolved, fully dissolved, and that's it. We'll rinse off the cucumbers. We'll pour the brine over the cucumbers and the onion mixture. We'll let that sit at room temperature, probably bring the temperature down a bit for about an hour. Then we'll get them in the fridge, and like within a day, we're going to have some bread and butter cucumber chips. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and do these cucumbers first. So basically, take off the ends. And I kind of cut these on a bias, and you probably can't see very well because my cucumbers are in the way. So let me move these out of the way. There we go. And now I'm going to make these into 1/4 inch slices. Anything thinner is going to just kind of wilt away because of the hot brine hitting it. So they need to be thick enough to absorb that hot brine. So 1/4 inch is a good size. If you had a mandolin, it'd be Zacto. That's it. It's about 1/4 inch. Yeah, looking good. In the bowl they go. I'll go ahead and get the rest of these cut up, and then we'll move on to the onion. Cucumbers are cut up. In goes the salt. Give it a toss. And I'm going to get these covered into the fridge for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half. All right, let's get the onion cut up. Now, you could do this in rings. I kind of like straight slices. Cut them however you like, but make sure you cut them nice and thin. So, again, you could use a mandolin, but I'm just going to go ahead and use my knife, making sure my fingers are curled so I don't cut off my tips. I'm going to cut up about 1/2 cup. There we go. That's enough. Break them up. Get them in the bowl. They can sit around until the cucumbers are ready. A little end piece there. Don't let that go to waste. Alrighty. There we go. Onions that they're ready. That's going to go in the fridge for another use, another day, whatever. So let's go ahead and start mixing up our brine. Very simple. Saucepan. In goes the liquid. In goes all of our other dry ingredients. Our brown sugar, granulated sugar, our seeds, and our turmeric. forget it all. All right, I'm gonna get this over on the stovetop. So as I said earlier, all you need to do is cook this long enough for all that sugar to dissolve. So we'll be right back. It's only gonna take me maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Welcome back. And I've got all my cucumbers rinsed off. I have my brine already made, cooked off. So basically all I have left to do is take my onions, mix them with the cucumbers, pour over the brine. Then I will let them sit on the counter, let them come down to room temperature. And once they do that, I will put them in an airtight container and then get them in the fridge. Let them sit at least a day. So let me, before I do all my mixing there, let me go ahead and do my episode shout out. And this episode is dedicated to all you newly selected 2023 Navy Chiefs out there. Congratulations, well done. Now get out there, learn how to be a chief, and looking forward to initiation day for you all. Okay, now let's go ahead, get these onions in here. Give this a nice little toss here. The one thing that I like about bread and butter, well, there's a number of things that I like about bread and butter pickle chips, is that number one, I really like them. They're sweet, they're briny, they got a little pucker to them. But what I love to do with bread and butter chips, especially the homemade ones, is if I ever run out of relish, or even if I don't run out of relish, I like to take these, mince them up, and make my own hot dog relish with them. So hey, think about that. I know some of you may have done that with your jarred bread and butter chips that you buy from the store, but hey, when you make homemade, there's no comparison. All right, so it's all mixed up. Over we go with the brine. Get that in there. All right, we're just gonna let this sit now. Let it come down in temperature, and then we'll get it all jarred up. So we'll be back. Well, the temperature has come down on the pickles. So let's go ahead and get these jarred up and into the fridge. So very simple. Out of the bowl, into the jar. Anybody can do this. You know how I'm always saying, I like to do easy things. Well, this is up there with the easy things that I like to do. I think I may have used too many cucumbers. We'll see. Not to worry though, because if they don't all fit in my jar, I'll put them in a little bowl and I'll use those first. I don't know, I might be able to pack them all in here. We'll see. You gotta push it down. Make sure you get all those onions in there. It's part of the flavor. And they're really good pickled as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit short on room in here, but not to worry. Like I said, what I can't fit is gonna go into a little bowl, and they'll be the first ones I eat. What I do want to do is get all these onions in here. I'll save some of the onions to go with my other pickles that I'm gonna eat first. All right, now I'm gonna get a ladle. We'll ladle all the brine in, and we'll go from there. Now you want to make sure that your brine is fully covering all your pickles or cucumbers, soon to be pickles. And just a little bit more. Make sure everything's below the surface there. Now we can go ahead and put the lid on. Look at that. Does that not look like bread and butter pickle chips? All right, they're going to go in the fridge, and we'll come back in a day or two. I'm going to let you know how they are. So stick around for a couple seconds. I'll be back in a couple days. Hey, so it's actually been more than a day. It's actually been 4 days. I was a little under the weather. Wasn't able to get down here and try these out, but they're looking really good. And so it's time to go ahead and try these out. Why not, right? That's why we made them. All right, let me go in here, give these a try. I've got actually one of the cucumber chips and the onion. All right, 2-for-1 deal. Here we go. That's better than store-bought, by far. Make these. You saw just how easy it is to make these from scratch. Very few ingredients, very cheap. And hey, that's another thing. That's a portion of the cost that you would, if you went and bought these over at the store. I mean, come on, you can't go wrong. It is so easy. Make them as often as you want. I guarantee you put these on the table, they're gonna be gone within a day. So hey, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, most importantly, share. And right over there, bop, go ahead and hit my logo. It makes it so much easier for you to subscribe. So until next time, thanks, and we'll see you.